kitchens in general are always a work in progress. This sure doesn't make sense. Figure that out. You have to exist and use a space to then decide where to put things and where things should be. If it doesn't work to have the cutting boards back there, we'll move them somewhere else and, reorganize a little bit as needed. This is cat food, don't see that. Hey everyone, I'm Claire Saffitz. Welcome to my home kitchen. Today is a day that, at least for me, has been like a long time in the making. I'm gonna give you a tour of my pretty much brand new kitchen in the cabin that Harris and I have been fixing up. And I'm very excited to go through all the different zones and give you like a real behind the scenes detailed look at why we decided to do what we did and a bunch of little features. When we first moved in, there was a kitchen, but the whole house was just kind of a little bit run down, so we ripped it out, and for a long time had no kitchen. It was just working on stainless steel tables and shelves. Welcome to my sort of kitchen. There's no cabinets. Oh God. Finally, our kitchen is done and I've put my finishing touches on it. We didn't do a whole lot of really custom things. The custom kind of came after about like how we decided to organize it and some of the finishing touches. The decision-making process went really quickly. It was just about building a space that met our needs, had storage that was necessary and all that, because Harris and I both cook for a living. It's a very important place in our house. The kitchen feels like it's a kitchen for a larger house than what we have. We're taking up like a whole lot of the living space for our kitchen because this is where we spend all of our time. So we made the call to build out a big kitchen island and have seating at the island rather than like a separate dining area because I wanted the counter space. The island is our dining room table. Of course, I thought about shooting YouTube videos. Sorry, Minnie, I put the sink on the island. I know that wasn't your favorite call, but I'm so happy that we have this space. I feel like this is the focal point of everything. This sink was really a dream come true. I've only ever had sinks that felt way too small, and I make a ton of dishes. Having this like an apron front farm sink, this nice, big, deep, wide sink is so great. I still fill it up in like 4 seconds anyway. A rack in the bottom to elevate things off of the bottom of the sink. It kind of like keeps it a little bit cleaner and it just makes things easier to wash. I ordered this from Etsy. It's like a little sink insert where we put our dirty knives. We have cats that, as much as we try, climb on the countertops. Having knives out or knives in the bottom of the sink is really dangerous. So when we have a dirty knife, and they don't go in the dishwasher, so we just slide them in here. This is like another little seating area where I have like my chair, my laptop, and I'm taking notes as I'm working. And this is just a really nice little area where I can look out the window. We installed pull-out drawer kind of things. I also have certain things that I have to keep on the countertop for easy use, but anything that doesn't feel essential on the countertop, I try to hide. So we have our little hidden paper towel holder right here. I also am trying to actually like use less paper towel because it's kind of one of my vices in the kitchen. So having it hidden out of the way makes it, I'm less likely to just reach for a piece, which is really nice. And I'm wearing like comfortable clogs, which are great for standing, but having this really like cushiony mat is wonderful. I highly recommend a nice cushiony padded mat for your kitchen. I generally pay attention to like kitchen trends and design trends. I love being like an appreciator of design, although I don't particularly have like a great aptitude for it myself, but I like looking at it and I like seeing other people's kitchens. It's very popular to opt for no upper cabinets, just open shelving. So I liked that idea a lot. I wanted to keep it really open, but the only place where we have sort of upper cabinetry is on this side of the kitchen. I really like the two-tone cabinetry that we have. We have this kind of like natural wood. This is an ultra matte, fingerprintless white cabinet that's really easy to clean. I love the French door fridge because it actually is better for like a slightly smaller space. You're not like swinging open a wide door. I love having the freezer at the bottom so I can fit a full sheet tray in there, and I love that it's magnetic. So we have like cute little magnets around. This area is our pantry. Our pantry is very small, but generally like fits all of our dry goods storage. We have more storage up here. Pro tip, above your fridge is a great storage area. So here I have some platters. I have my made-in baking slab. This is a good area for like sheet tray storage. And also if you have a nice, tall, like deep space like this, it's helpful to have shelf dividers. This other half of this kind of shorter wall is like our coffee area. I have more storage up here in these cabinets, which is just like a little bit random, some random stuff. This is such a cool feature. I was so excited about this. KitchenAid supplied us with a drawer microwave. Do I just, oh, figured it out. Right below it, we have our coffee drawer, our little grinder, filters, a bunch of tea. Below this drawer is a drawer that I believe every single person needs in their kitchen, which is a tool drawer. So this has like random tools, and I'm always asking Harris, like, where's the screwdriver? Where's the measuring tape? Where's the hammer? Picture hooks. Obviously, this is not like our full range of tools. There's a level. This is a place that's very easy to reach for something, and so this area should be like high and frequent use items. So we went ahead and put the plates here because I like the way they look, and like this is something we're grabbing many, many times a day. This represents a very teeny tiny fraction of my cookbook collection, but these are kind of like my favorite books, ones that have meaning for me, reminds me of certain principles I want to maintain when I'm working. So kind of moving down the main drag of the kitchen. First I wanted green cabinets, but that doubled the price. So I opted instead for green tile, which I really love. This is like a scalene triangle pattern. I love this like wire mesh fruit bowl. Oh, this is our compost pail. This has been a great bonus of having this space, is that we compost now. So even if I'm in the city and I have like vegetable scraps, I throw them in the freezer and then I bring them here. And so when I'm working, like I just did a batch of apple butter. I had a ton of peels and cores. Everything just goes in the pail and then it goes outside, you know, every day or every other day to our compost. So this area is like really the center and like beating heart of the kitchen, because this is where all the cooking takes place. So I have the stove and the oven and the hood. The space was not vented when we moved in, so we knew we had to put in a hood. Harris cooks like a maniac sometimes.
Not going on now.
Yeah, but that's not...
Reminds me when I was a kid and
like...
you take like spray deodorant.
I mean, Harris is just like, you know, used to cook in restaurants for a long time. He is used to high heat cooking. So that just meant having a substantial hood with a lot of power above our cooktop. So it was, you know, I would literally ask him to go outside to cook stuff before we had the hood, because I just couldn't handle the whole place filling up with smoke. We have this great KitchenAid hood. It's really powerful. And I want to point out that this is a 36-inch hood and a 30-inch cooktop. So it's nice to have that like those extra inches on either side, so that all of the smoke and like any vapor gets sucked up into the hood. And this countertop is meant to look like poured concrete, which I think it does, but it's not poured concrete, because poured concrete is porous and it takes a lot of maintenance. We cook constantly. This kitchen gets so much use, it takes a beating, and so having stuff that was low maintenance was important, because as much as I wanted it to look great, it's like I cannot spend all my time maintaining a marble surface or a concrete surface, and we couldn't afford it anyway. I love having the kind of seamlessness of the countertop, and we opted to have the countertop material run up as a backsplash behind the stove. It makes cleaning super, super easy. So I just like, you know, give everything a spritz over here and a wipe. We have our pot filler.
Is that industry standard to be that high?
I didn't opt for one originally because I was like, the sink is right here. Like this was by design. It's like you go from sink to stove, you don't even have to move. So I get here and the pot filler is like 10 feet in the air. Harris is like, no, I really want a pot filler, because Harris makes a lot of stock. And I was like, who decided where to put the pot filler? And Harris was like, me. It's for my 50-gallon stock pot, so it fits above it. So now when I have like a normal size saucepan, the water has to go like 3 feet and it like splashes out.
It's the top part.
You have to do both.
Oh, I have to do both. Okay, it's not exactly splashing out of the pot, but like that is whatever. So we opted also for induction. We also have solar panels, so it made sense to put it on electricity. As much as cooking over gas is great, we're moving the grates and cleaning down in the area around the burner was like a pain, and this is so easy just to wipe everything. And then of course the KitchenAid, this is the KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus. I love actually not having like tons of little buttons and knobs here. I'm getting really detailed because I'm like passionate about this space. So we have these open shelves to the left and right of the cooktop and the hood. This is a company called Racks. It's just great to have that modular option. We could add more shelves if we wanted to. We could take them away. So I love that feature. And all of our common cooking vinegars and oils and squeeze bottles. And I got these little turntables. You're here, you're sauteing. Maybe you like want to deglaze with a little vinegar and you can just pull it off the turntable and get it right there. This is also another little turntable with salt and pepper and chili flake and things that you're reaching for all the time. A garlic keeper. What are the things we use most? Have those out and have everything else just kind of like be away. I just want to show these really deep drawers. This drawer looks chaotic, but it's the drawer I'm probably opening the most. It has all of our pint and quart containers, all of our mixing bowls, measuring cups. This used to have plates in it. And I just was like, it doesn't make sense. The plates look nice displayed out here. We don't really have enough room for all this stuff, so I swapped them out and I'm really happy with this drawer. It fits so much stuff and it looks really clean. And then down here I have all of our cookware. Skillets, saucepans, all the lids. It's kind of a jumbled mess, but it works. These pull all the way out. I have all my cake pans, tart pans, baking dishes, same thing down here. I have roasting pan, porcelain bakeware, and I love that they pull out, so there's no like reaching in, getting back there. I knew that I wanted a knife storage in a drawer so that I didn't have to have them out. So this is just a knife insert where all the knives have a safe place to be stored. This feature I really love. This is for silverware and it has 2 levels. So this one like pops in and out and then clicks into place so it doesn't slide around when you pull the drawer out. Super convenient. And then as you get lower down, these are the items that I'm like using less and less. Knives and silverware, use all the time, more convenient. And as you get lower down, this is our spice drawer. So not the most organized, and I think at some point I'm gonna have to have a different spice solution because we're just gonna like add to this. I ordered these like very simple little risers online and fit them in here. The stuff in this drawer is stuff that I don't know where it should go. So it all just goes into one drawer. This is like that one drawer that every kitchen has where it's just like every random tool goes in here. I have these Crocs. They're just really fun. I think they add like a little bit of character to the kitchen. So we keep larger items that we're reaching for all the time, spatulas, tongs in here. I found this vintage jam jar somewhere and it just became a place where I put all of my small kind of pastry focused utensils that would otherwise get lost inside the larger crock. So pastry brush, small offset spatula. This drawer is great. This is all of the like storage kind of stuff. So I have foil and bags and all that kind of stuff in here. You know, I try to actually really reduce and cut down on my use of single use items like foil and plastic. So I have like my beeswax wrap in here, which I use as frequently as I can. So that brings me to my baking zone. You see that I'm standing here all the time. So this is kind of my baking area. I have all of my frequently used baking related ingredients out and on these shelves. If I'm here working on a recipe, I'm like, oh, I need the cocoa powder. It's just so easy to come over here and grab it. One reason why it doesn't work so well having the cutting boards here is because we have this pop-up outlet right here. And you hit it and it pops up with an outlet on this side and an outlet on this side. It's so convenient and you don't have to then like see the outlet on the wall right there. I love having kind of a small selection of wine around for company mostly. So the lower cabinetry ends here. The countertop extends and it's just a nice sort of tucked away wine storage area. Vinny picked these flowers from outside in our yard and I love this vase, which I got at like some thrift store for like $3. This is a particularly great view because there's kind of like a ridge over there and our stream goes by and you can see lots of animals out the window. There's literally a string of turkeys walking in a single file line. Do you see them? Mm-hmm. They're like silhouetted. Anyone that lives with cats know that like you're kind of like living in their house. So we have little cat things set up. This is a cushy little cat bed for Felix. He can like look out the window as I'm sitting here writing. I want to show you my favorite thing that I've ever made, which is this shelving area. There had to be a certain amount of clearance if someone was sitting here. And I wanted to put like a bar cart here, but there wasn't enough space. So we opted to have this nice big kitchen island. So I needed something very narrow and close to the wall. Also modular, you can add shelves, you can move them up and down. And this is where we decided to put all the glassware. So I ordered these racks for the glassware separately, just like screwed them in myself. Same with the mug hooks, which I really love. This became like a fun display area. Getting those wine glasses like off of a surface saved so much space. Plus I think it looks really good. And when I was shooting What's for Dessert, my prop stylist, Nicole Louie, had found so many really fun, like little dessert dishes and sherbet bowls and coupe glasses. And it really inspired me to kind of start collecting vintage glassware like that. So this is such a fun way for me to display beautiful, like little sort of mid-century dessert cups and coupes, and I love them and just bring me a lot of joy. Green is kind of like a theme color for the kitchen. I especially love the mug hooks, something like very pleasing about the way that they're arranged. And my favorite thing in the entire kitchen that I've ever possessed is my cabbage mugs. I love them so much. I drink my coffee in these. I love my cabbage mugs. Love. This is a cute basket that I ordered. I gave it to Harris for his birthday, but kind of it was a gift for myself. This is for carrying eggs. So I go out in the morning, we pick up eggs from the chickens in here and bring them back inside. And then I put them in, we have these like, plastic egg containers that I put them in. This is like my favorite candle. The scent is tomato leaf, which is such a good smell. I love them. And then these are something I picked up at like an estate sale. These are like vintage Dansk taper candles, so cool looking. So I keep them here, and if I have company, I light them, even though I actually never lit them. So the house is very much a work in progress. The kitchen went from being the worst room in the house to the best room in the house. Started to add some other finishing touches to the house, so I added some artwork recently, which I think like enlivens the space so much, and it kind of fits with the theme of the house, which is like a little bit 70s, a little bit like mid-century, but also kind of rustic and cabiny. That's the look that I'm going for. That was maybe more about my kitchen than you ever wanted to know. I hope that some of it was helpful, or if you just enjoyed looking at what the kitchen looks like. It's a highly functional space. Yes, I want it to look good, but it has to work for us. And so that was kind of one of the guiding principles. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
You didn't tell us about the big project you did.
What was the big project?
The thing you were so proud about.
What?
It's cat-shaped.
Oh, the cat door. The cat door. I'm really handy, you guys. We put a litter box in the basement, so I wanted the cats to be able to get in and out. So I cut this hole with the saw myself by hand, and I installed this little kitty door. And they come in and out. It's really cute. The front is a cat, and then the back is a tail. Isn't that cute? Also, these doors suck, so I was like, I don't care if I cut off this door.